So I've been on a kick lately of really building out like completely one-of-a-kind custom blasters where I basically designed the pieces or modified all the pieces to make something unique you guys haven't seen before. And that's what we got going here. You guys know I love that M4 platform. It's just easy to work with. It's easy to customize off of just because there's so many different parts and pieces out there. And now I have so many different adapters that I can use to combine pieces to work on it. So that's what this started as, was a Anstoy or Vassarn Gen8 M4a1. So that's what we got, the main receiver portion right here, right? Now I did go ahead and upgrade the gearbox. So the gearbox is pretty much completely upgraded with metal gears, and then we've also got an upgraded motor, metal inner barrel, upgraded spring, that kind of stuff going on. So we should get fairly decent performance out of it. One thing unique I've tried with this one, which I haven't done before, is I found a 3D printed part that's basically just a little spacer that goes on that gearbox spring retention pin. That's that black pin that typically pushes in and you twist, and that holds that big spring in place. Well, this basically is a spacer that goes over the top of that. Essentially, it gives your spring less room to recoil, right? So it should make it stronger. It should be the same as essentially adding a bigger spring. So it'll be interesting to see how that performs. It's just something I decided to go ahead and try in this one. And if that works out really well, I mean, those print for, cost me a couple cents. Whereas if you had to buy a new spring, you're talking about, $10, $15, depending, whatever. So it'll be interesting to see how that performs if we see a difference with that. But really what I want to do here is just kind of create a cool new blaster. And I kind of based this off of an MP5 handguard. Or I did. This was an MP5, Cyma MP5 handguard that I modified, put a connector piece onto it, or, printed it into it when I did my print so that it can connect right on. And then you see there's obviously an outer barrel inside there. Went with the traditional kind of M4, M16 style sight here. And then that's got a threaded tip. Then this is just, the little suppressor, and that's recessed over the top of the tip. So the threaded tip actually comes to about here, the standard length inner barrel. Use some M-lock connectors to put some grips on the side, and left the top clean. And then got a nice little grip down here, a nice metal one. This was actually from EMERBU Toys. So that fits on there nicely down there to give you a little hand stop. I wanted this to kind of have a CQB vibe to it, but I wanted to make a cool new stock. So this is a modified version of a much bigger stock. That would be more for probably sniper style blaster, right? But I shortened it up considerably. I did some different cutting on it. And then obviously I had to do a lot of forming, because a lot of the stocks that I'll find online are for airsoft that are like this. And then they're made to incorporate the whole grip, because in those cases, it's either a V2 blaster, like a V2 type gearbox, where the motor can sit inside there being accessed from the bottom, but that won't work with this type of grip. So I have to go ahead, I have to do some modifying online. And then once I get it out, I do quite a bit of modifying with my trusty plastic welder, which I'm becoming quite the plastic welding expert. Too bad that skill doesn't have a lot of other application. But so get that done. Then I really kind of formed that nicely. Went with that texturized paint again, because I have it. Also when you do have to do a lot of like manual work, it is nice to use that texture paint just because it does cover up imperfections. But that way, this fits nice, snug against there. I think it's a pretty cool look, right? Obviously, we've got your battery access back here. So this is kind of made to be permanently on, and you just would open the back to access for the battery. Just put a little screw down here, and that's what holds the door in. So you can see the door on the back there. And this is just, kind of some decorative pieces that just keep the door aligned and in place, right? Printed a whole new charge handle. So it does pull and charge, but there's no charging, so there's not really a big reason to pull it. Put a different, mag release on here just because I thought it would look cool, right? Custom riser Just again, I went with that curve on purpose to kind of go with some of the curves that we got going on here. And then, oops, sorry, I got a little bug. It was kind of incorporating this look. So we did that in a couple places. All right. So that's a quick rundown there. Hope you guys like it. Comments, questions below. Let me know what you think. Of course, like, subscribe, share my channel with your friends, and participate in the monthly giveaways. Thanks.